My boyfriend changed his body type, and I'm no longer sexually attracted to him. I'm 23, female. My boyfriend is 24, male. We've been together 4 years. Recently, he's been getting into fitness and weightlifting. Our cupboard is full of protein powders. My boyfriend has seriously gained a ton of muscle. This is not saying he was out of shape before. We've both always been healthy, but the focus on weightlifting and muscle growth is new. Luckily, he's not looksmaxxing, which, if you don't know, is an online subculture where young men focus on maximizing physical attractiveness through extreme grooming, fitness, and sometimes surgeries. My boyfriend is still extremely sweet and generous. The only personality change is around our meals and that he insists on weighing out his portions and cooking for himself. I can understand the intensity and dedication, as I used to dance semi-professionally. This is all to say I still love him, but something about his new body turns me off. He used to be more like Loki, and now he's more like Thor. I have nothing against Thor, but I feel like there's a lot of girls that agree that Loki is objectively hotter. Our sex life has suffered. I don't think his stamina is better, and the posturing and visual of him shirtless gives me more images of stuffy Hollywood actors and fake online personalities than the sweet guy that I know. General intimacy is also on the decline, as things like cuddling aren't as comfortable for me anymore. How can I explain this to him? I'm sure he can feel me pulling away, and I don't want to hurt him. I'm wondering if his reasoning for all of this was more than simple self-improvement. I still give him compliments and pump up his self-esteem, so if it's an insecurity thing, I'm hoping it's not from me. I have no plans on breaking up, but I'd like to be physically attracted to him again.
These two are very young, and when you're young, you have room to grow. You have room to evolve. You have to learn communication. I think that is like almost in all of these, it always seems for me to go back to communication. Communication between the man and the woman at the movie theater, the roommates. If you're not communicating what you need and what you want or what you expect from your partner or your friends, then they don't know how to treat you. If you're not attracted to somebody, then you're not attracted to them anymore. There's no rule that says you need to be with this person for the rest of your life. If she's not attracted to him anymore, if this is something that he's into, then trying to make him change and not be his true self is not going to help him. It's not going to help her at all. So yeah, again, I think they need to talk it out and see where they're at and not be afraid to go their separate ways if that's what needs to be done.
I agree. I mean, this is a delicate situation that requires a balance of radical honesty and profound kindness. So in a conscious relationship, physical attraction is just one thread in a larger tapestry, but it is an important thread, at least to some people. It is to me. If you suppress your feelings or try to deny them, you're going to end up feeling resentful. So it's always better to share them, but be kind. Instead of saying something like, I don't like the way you look anymore, you've gained too much weight, or in this case, too much muscle, or I don't find it attractive, focus on what they call I statements and also how it makes you feel and how it can relate back to them. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I feel more connected to you when we're both healthy. I would love for us to get back to that frequency together. What can I do to help make that happen? In this particular case, as I read, and I'll read a comment, it seems that they were both more on the in-shape side. It's just that he's now packing on muscle and overly obsessing over calories and mixing protein powders into everything he eats. So she's just, I think, partially turned off by that whole obsession. And that's not just the physical thing. You know, my gut tells me that OP's boyfriend is really just becoming more obsessed with his physical form. And that can be a good thing, but it looks like it's crossed the line a little bit here. At some point, he might urge her to either gain more muscle or lose more weight, you know, because if he's just thinking physically, the whole physical obsession can become low vibe very fast. Mm-hmm. So that's my thought about that. Obviously I agree with you though. Communication is the biggest thing here. She has to tell him. She's kind of coming to this forum on Reddit and asking people, hey, what do you think? How do I approach the situation? I love that concept. I love that you just can kind of put it out there, and I think that most people will give you their honest, best responses. However, it's going to ultimately be up to her to make a move. So, a comment here, a lot of people are framing this like you owe him attraction because he improved himself. But improvement is subjective. If you fell in love with Loki energy and now you're dating Thor energy, that's a vibe shift. And vibe shifts matter in long-term relationships more than people think. So there's an update where she said, I got tipped off about the intention of my boyfriend proposing to me right after graduation. And now I suspect he's doing this to look as good as possible for that upcoming milestone.
Again, is he doing it to look good for her? Is he doing it to look good for him? Is he doing it to look good for the gram? It's like, a couple different things. It could be all of them. It could be none of them. But yes, I mean, I guess the intention behind it too. Sometimes these things can get dangerous if you push too far, or if you.
I saw this comment. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's kind of long, but basically what they were saying is it's how people start perceiving the other person's physical transformation and what it means to them. So it kind of is like, if I'm with someone who is blank, that must mean that they are blank, which must mean that I am blank. So it's like a lot of times we project into the situation.
He's working out. He looks great. And now I'm just a piece of garbage now, or I'm just like, it makes me feel like that because I don't have that body type, or I'm not, and then I'm sure there might be thoughts of like, oh, if he's, getting buff, he's getting in shape. Is he now going to look for somebody that's buffer and in shape and in closer to his body type? Is that what he's into? Like I said, hopefully they can talk through it and figure it out. And if not, that's okay.
Such is life. We do the best we can to communicate, try and create harmony and synergy. And if it doesn't work, hey, it's okay.